Decades worth of questions, countless novels, countless films. It seems like the never-ending story. But now, President Donald Trump has ordered the release of thousands of classified files on President John F. Kennedy's assassination. And this executive order also aims to declassify federal records on the killings of Robert F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King. The release includes thousands of governmental documents about the 1963 assassination of President John F. Kennedy, which has fueled conspiracy for decades. More than 50 years after the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert Kennedy, and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the federal government has not released to the public all of its records related to those events. Until now. Their families and the American people deserve transparency and truth. It is in the national interest to finally release all records related to these assassinations without delay. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November the 22nd in 1963 remains one of the most analysed and debated events in American history. Despite decades of investigations and numerous official reports and questions, the recent decision by President Donald Trump to order the release of the remaining classified documents related to the assassination has rekindled public interest in the case and prompted speculation about what these files may reveal. The official investigation into Kennedy's assassination was spearheaded by the Warren Commission, established by President Lyndon Johnson in 1963. The commission concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone, firing 3 shots from the Texas School Book Depository in Dallas, in Texas. But the report was met with skepticism, as inconsistencies and unanswered questions fueled doubts about its conclusions. Critics argue that the Commission's timeline was implausible and that the evidence, such as the magic bullet theory, strained credibility. Subsequent investigations added further complexity. In 1976, the United States House Select Committee on Assassinations, the HSCA, reopened the case, examining new evidence, including acoustic recordings from Dealey Plaza. The HSCA concluded in 1979 that Kennedy was likely assassinated as a result of a conspiracy, citing the possibility of a second gunman. However, the committee stopped short of identifying additional perpetrators, leaving the door open for continued speculation. Back in 2017, President Trump ordered the release of thousands of previously classified documents related to the JFK assassination, as mandated by the 1992 JFK Records Act. The National Archives has since made most of these files available, with a few remaining under review due to national security concerns. These documents included CIA and FBI reports, diplomatic cables, and witness testimonies. While the release was not produced a smoking gun, it has provided new insights into Cold War era intelligence operations, Oswald's activities in Mexico City, and the United States government's surveillance of potential threats to Kennedy. The further declassification in 2025 may shed further light on unanswered questions, such as the extent of CIA and FBI awareness of Oswald's movements and associations. It might also reveal more about the United States government's interactions with anti-Castro Cuban groups, as Oswald's alleged pro-Castro sympathies remain a contagious topic. While these documents are unlikely to dramatically alter the official narrative, they could offer valuable context and nuance. The idea of a second gunman is one of the most persistent, supported by eyewitness accounts and forensic evidence that some interpret as inconsistent with a lone shooter. For instance, the trajectory of the fatal headshot and the grassy knoll theory suggest the possibility of a coordinated effort. Ballistic experts and amateur investigators have pored over the Zapruder film, seeking clues to support or refute these claims. Among these theories is the suggestion that Jackie Kennedy herself, the First Lady, was involved in her husband's assassination. When John F. Kennedy leans forward after being shot the first time, Jackie's hand goes under his chin, and then Kennedy's head springs back as if she just shot him from underneath. She then tries or does collect the bullet shells, as this would be evidence against her. This idea lacks credible evidence and contradicts the emotional and visual record of her actions during and after the shooting, apparently. Jackie's immediate response, climbing onto the back of the limousine in an apparent attempt to retrieve fragments of Kennedy's skull, is well documented and reflects her shock and desperation in the moment. But maybe it wasn't skull. Maybe it was the jacket shell of the bullet. Maybe, just maybe, the enduring fascination with JFK's assassination speaks to the broader human need for closure and explanation. When official accounts fall short of providing satisfying answers, alternative narratives take root. The release of the assassination files, while unlikely to resolve every question, offers an opportunity to revisit the evidence and reassess the case with fresh eyes. In the end, the JFK assassination remains a powerful symbol of national trauma and unresolved history. The quest for truth, whether through official inquiries, newly released documents, or public speculation, is a testament to the enduring impact of that fateful day in Dallas. While these theories may captivate the imagination, it is the diligent pursuit of facts that ultimately honours the legacy of a president whose life was tragically cut short. And we will be seeing these documents relatively soon. Donald Trump signed this executive order mandating the declassification of all remaining records related to these assassinations. This order requires the Director of National Intelligence and the Attorney General to present a plan within 15 days for the full release of the JFK assassination records, and within 45 days for the records related to the other two assassinations. While the exact dates for public availability depend on the implementation of these plans, the directive emphasises prompt disclosure.